Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Arsenal Manchester United show. It is the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast beats the Man Them United podcast, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, aka Man of the People, aka the People's Prophet. And I'm joined by the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal representative as well. Cam is in the building. Cam, what you telling me first and foremost? You good?
I'm all good. I'm all good. You know how it's been. Good all week. Apart from I can these weird one from the game, but yeah. Barring that,
Lord,
it's been a good week.
we gonna discuss all that.
All good for
Big,
you?
all blessed, fam. All blessed. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? All good, man.
Barring
Good result
today,
today.
how's your week been?
All good. Barring today, all good. You know what I'm saying?
All
Minus
good.
my voice,
This guy was
my
seven
voice
toes
going, yeah.
down with 7 hag and all
Hey,
that.
10,
So
10. You know what I'm saying? And that 10, never do that. Don't diss me like that. 10. You know what I'm saying? Always in these streets. Always in these content creator streets. No one ever doubt my credentials ever
nah, I got a
again
big up
in
flawless,
life.
didn't it? I got a big up this guy, yeah. Hey, this guy was on smoke, bro. You would have thought his team was the winner of the 7-0 winner. No way he was on, bro. This guy was like, I wouldn't want to be one of them catching strays, basically, bro, because that would have been a dagger to the heart, bro.
Yeah, fam, man. Like, you just got it is, man. You win these if you fighting wars, you're gonna lose battles. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hit. That's what it is, and you're gonna get hit bad, and that's what happened. So I'm sure I'll be discussing that. Please make sure you keep all your questions Arsenal or Manchester United related. So it can be from the Europa League games today. Arsenal drawing away 2-2 to Sporting Lisbon. Manchester United winning their first leg at home to Real Betis. If you have questions about the last weekend, that's absolutely fine. Arsenal with a last-minute winner against Bournemouth, Reece Nelson making it 3-2. The game that Cam's talking to, the embarrassing defeat for Manchester United away at Anfield 7-0. Or you may want to discuss the upcoming games with Arsenal playing away at Fulham on Sunday. They're the early kick, 2 p.m. Manchester United at home to Southampton, which is the late kick on the Sunday. So if you want to discuss any of those games, that's absolutely fine. Like I said, get your questions in. Just keep them Arsenal or Manchester United related. And let's bump up the likes as well. Let's bump up the likes. Let's do that. Share this across all of the socials as well, because I know you are active on the socials. And subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. It is rolled to 6K. We are currently at 5,661. We're looking for 4 new subscribers, people. That's the first subscriber mark. 4 more. Get us to 5,660. I was going to ask this anyway. Big up to Made Man who says, Cam, what are your thoughts on Arsenal's game today? So obviously Arsenal drew away 2-2 to Sporting Lisbon. To me, good result away from home. I didn't watch your game in full, so you can go into detail. You may disagree, but I'm just saying from a result basis.
I say I watched the game in full. I mean, I was watching it on stream, so I might miss like a couple 2-3 minutes every here and there because me trying to find another stream and that. Oh, but I need someone to send me.
You should have said, I would have sent you, if you would have WhatsApped me, I would have sent you a link.
No, it's not even a link. Yeah, next time I'll do that.
Yeah, next time. Yeah, I'm saying we'll pattern that. Someone will have one for you.
But yeah, no, from what I saw, like, I mean, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Like, it's a weird one because, like, I didn't expect us to go away and actually beat Betis because I always had a feeling that he was going to change half the squad. Like, I think we made like 6 changes today, so I always had a feeling, and you can tell.
I'll pull up the lineup, but go on, carry on.
You can tell with the lineup we had today, the inexperience and the lack of sort of quality we had. Because I mean, we gave the debut to that Kiwi guy, Kawar, whatever his name is. He was just, I mean, personally, he was. I believe Nurse probably just completely got the better of him because he was piss poor. I mean, Saka looks average today. I mean, stats would tell.
I think Cam's having some issues with his signal. He'll be back though, people. He'll be back. You lot continue to get your questions in United for Life. I see you in here as well. Says Palestri must get some more game time over Anthony. At least the last 30 or 25 minutes in the next few games, he looked dangerous like an old school winger. Every time I've seen Palestri, and I go into a further detail, I've been impressed. And I think because he's quick and he's direct, I think he can be effective, and we've seen it today for the 4th goal. But yeah, go on, Cam, carry on.
I pressed the wrong button there.
Nah, it's cool, fam. No stress. It's
but yeah, no, like I was saying, I mean, I was talking about Saka, but like, yeah, with Saka, he looked very average today. I mean, stats would tell you that he actually did quite all right, but he did look very average. But I don't blame him because he looks tired, man. He does look tired. Martinelli, I mean, he was all right today. I mean, he was kept quiet most of the time. There was one, I mean, he had a couple little opportunities here and there. I mean, his biggest chance came when I don't know if you saw it, when he went past. I think they had a free kick or a corner. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
And basically all their players, barring one, was in our half. And Martinelli picked up the ball like basically where our half of the centre circle.
Okay.
And he basically turned in between two players, went between two players, and then the third player just, I don't know if it was skill, or the third player just stumbled, but he went past third player, he got through. He was right through on goal. Literally right through that. I mean, the way he done it was like, yo, I thought he would have scored, but then he showed his inexperience because for me, personally, I would have pulled the trigger when he got right to the edge of the box. Because the keeper was far out enough that you could have done something, but he tried to do the old, I would have go around the keeper. And when he did that, he took a bit of a heavy touch, and the defender came in. Fair to him, a decent challenge, but I think Martinelli should have scored that in all opinion. But I don't blame him. He's still got a lot to learn. He's still young, so I've seen him score more. I've seen him score a couple of them before. Like he won against Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So it was sort of similar to what happened with Chelsea, but it wasn't a slip. So, but yeah, Reece Nelson was deadly quiet. That's the thing. Like when I saw after he got the win, I started seeing, Reece Nelson is going to be getting a new contract, and I didn't want to say anything in it because I didn't want to put any dampers on.
Of course, because you just scored a last minute winner, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the way I was looking at it, I didn't say anything. But I didn't literally say anything to no one because, like I said, I didn't want to damper anyone's mood. But he just scored the win and how. But after I saw the tweets and all of that came out, he could be getting a new contract. The first thing I said to myself was, barring that goal, what he's actually done for this team? Like, he hasn't done much, and what's he done to deserve a contract, an extension anyway? I'm not saying he's a bad player, and I'm not saying I don't want to see him go, but so far what we've seen of him at the club, I don't know what he's wanted to get an extension.
Got you. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Barring that one last minute goal, which big up to him, like that's pressure in itself. And the way he struck that was beautifully clean. Like I'll give him that. But I mean, I would like to see him stay, of course, but I need to see more from him for me to be like, yeah, give him that extension. Because I haven't like tonight he was quiet, man. It was, in my opinion, he was deadly quiet. Like didn't really see much of him tonight. Like he had, I mean, look, put it this way: every player had their own little, tiny little glimmer and glamour every here and there, touches here and there in the game. But it wasn't like one of them games, innit? Like for a 2-2, it wasn't the most liveliest 2-2. Put it that way.
First,
do you know what I mean? It wasn't. I mean, it was a decent game, but it just wasn't the most liveliest games. Like we obviously had more control of the ball, but them looked more threatening attacking. They look
good going forward.
When they came for the attacking, when they came forward.
T-Trap says here, Cam, what's wrong with your team's defending corners? How many is that? Now Kiwi and Saliba snoozing. Is that a problem, or is that a problem you see, or do you think it's just a one-off?
Like I said, both goals were very sloppy goals to give away. I'll be honest with you. Both goals were very sloppy goals to give away. But I mean, they're saying, right, I know for one of the goals, this Kawar guy, I'm going to call him Kiwi until he can prove me that his name's Kawar, bruv. Yeah, this Kawar guy, Kiwi guy, yeah, basically ducked the ball.
Oh, is that what happened? I've not actually seen the goals
Yeah,
that you lot conceded.
but
Like, yeah.
when I saw that, I was like, "What?" That for me was like, "Yeah, you're scared, or you're really showing your inexperience." But then I got told that someone said it was either Saliba or Matt Turner shouted out, "Leave it" or something. Hence why he ducked the ball. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
So he got a shout. If he got a shout and he ducked
Yeah,
it,
if you got a
then
shout, then fair, isn't it? But in my opinion, still, I would have been headering it just because.
and then arguing it,
If I
and
feel
then
that it
argue
was
about
as
it.
real dangerous, because it was the dangerous, because hence they
Yep.
scored from it, innit?
Mm.
And the set, like, but that's what I mean. So, but either way, like, he showed his inexperience. Like, I'll be honest with you, it was like playing with 3 defenders instead of 4. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he was that bad. It's just there was no point of him being on the pitch.
Well, okay.
He
First.
didn't really do much to warrant another start, if that makes sense. He hasn't shown anything really to be like, oh yeah, he's got a long way to go. It's not just, oh, we've seen this and we've seen that. No, from tonight, it seems like he's got a hell of a long way to go before he wants to be, or we think he's going to be this great defender. So for me, I mean, you could see it after we made the substitutions, we looked so much more controlling, even though we were controlling the ball more.
Because you brought on your better players.
Raggedy.
So
Do you know what I mean? We looked raggedy. We looked very sort of raggedy. We looked a bit scared at times. But when we brought like number 5 on, and some more regular players.
Yeah, so be our first teamers, absolutely.
Smith Rowe didn't really do much, but he looked like he controlled the game a little bit more. Like we looked more comfortable when they came on. You could tell because we had the more experienced players on. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man. I mean, there's not really much to comment on the game. I mean, we got a lucky second goal.
That's what people are saying. Yeah, it was. There was great fortune for your second goal. Before you continue,
I mean, it was.
One second, Cam. Before you continue, just had the numbers jump up. Over 40 of you lot locked in, which is big. Let's bump it up to 30 likes, though. We're only at 20 likes. 10 more likes. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button, share, and again, subscribe to the channel. I know some of you lot are new because I'm seeing new names, new avies in the chat, which is all well and good. When you enter the city of Sarcasm, pay the tax, pay the toll, and it's free. All you have to do is hit the like button and subscribe. That's it. Hit the like button. Let's get us up to 30 likes and subscribe. We're only looking for 4 new subscribers. So hit the subscribe button as well. Yeah, go on. Carry on, Cam.
But yeah, no. So like I said, I mean, Matt Turner, man. Oh, that guy is so dead, bro. Like, that guy is actually terrible, man. Like, he reminds me of Flappy Hansky, bro.
Oh, God, Flappy Hansky. He's talking about Fabianski for those that don't know who is at West Ham.
Yeah. No. Back, you remember when he was at Arsenal when he gained that Flappy Hansky? That's what he reminded me of. I mean, the
great goalkeeper at Arsenal, man. Great goalkeeper.
I mean, the second goal, people say he couldn't have done much more, but it's like, as a keeper, you should not be parrying it in straight into the middle. You should be trying to do your best to parry it, maybe to the other side. I know it's hard, but you should be. Man parried it straight into the middle, and obviously my man was just quicker than Saliba and Kiwi. Reacted quicker, and he just scored in it. So, but yeah, no, we was fortunate for the second goal. The first goal from Saliba was just a decent header. I think we were quite lucky not to get given a foul away from Zinchenko, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man,
but yeah, man, there's not really much I could say else about. Was it like I said? It was a decent game. It just wasn't the most entertaining for a 2-2. It wasn't the most entertaining 2-2. You know what I mean? Nice. It was a very sort of static game at times, and like, yeah, man, like, I'm happy we didn't lose, come away with a draw. I mean, I would have been happy if we came away with a win. But
yeah, I understand. But a draw, is not a bad result. Like, I fully expect you lot to get through. I fully expect you lot to go through.
Well, when I saw the squad tonight, I was thinking, I mean, I'll be happy with a draw, to be honest. So, the fact we came away with a draw, I mean, it's all right. We play them next Thursday. Hopefully,
next week.
Start. The problem we got right now is like we can't even rest Martinelli or Saka because we've got no one else to play.
Well, you got Trossard.
Trossard's injured.
When did Trossard get injured?
He got injured at Brentford.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
I think he's out for like 2-3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. That's a blow for you.
That's what I'm saying. We got Eddie and Nketiah got injured as well.
Oh, I
I
did
don't know
not
how
know
long
that
he's out
either.
for exactly, but like we haven't really got anyone to cover. So I feel I'm kind of worried for Saka and Martinelli in these next couple of games coming up. I feel like
100%, because
I just hope
that's,
they don't burn out completely. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
fully. I
That's what
get
I'm
what you're
worried for.
saying.
Because tonight, as all right as they looked, they just really do look tired, man.
Played a lot of football and a high intensity as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they've
Again,
played
just
majority of the season as well.
you lot can big up the chat as always. Continue to get your questions in. Just please keep them Arsenal or Manchester United related. Please, there's over 50 of you lot locked in. We just hit 30 likes. Big up to you lot. Next like check. 1212. 40 likes. Let's bump that up. 10 more likes, people. Bump it up to 40 likes and subscribe as well. We're still looking for 4 new subscribers, man, to get us to 5,650. 665. So 4 new subscribers. I know everybody's not subbed and you're clearly enjoying the content. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Big up to Marcel says, what's the word? Flawless. One of the hardest working content creators out here. Come in the cut.
Facts.
Big up yourself as well. Big up Marcel every single time. To United for Life, big up to you as well. Says even the Betis first goal was a clear handball. It was disgusting from VAR. It was such an obvious handball. Like he literally chested it. Then he's hit his arm,
I
and then
didn't
he's
see your
yeah.
thing tonight.
So he's chested the ball down, just inside the edge of just inside the box. He's chested the ball, and as he's chested it, he's like this, like forward. He's chested it.
So it's
He's hit
basically
his
rolled
arm.
down his arms.
Nah, I didn't roll down. It just touched his arm, and then he's controlled it, and then he's picked out Perez, and Perez has scored. And like, yeah, it was a great finish, but I'm watching it. I'm like, that's clear handball. Like he was so clear. I'm like, how could VAR see that and go nah? But then you look at the one they just gave Chelsea, Borussia Dortmund, where the player is 2 yards away, and I think it was Chilwell who's going to cross it in, and it's hit the player's arm. I'm like, it's absolutely outrageous. So yes, I agree with you, United for Life, but that's just VAR. So when people say, "Oh, VAR's on such and such a side," or VAR prefers a certain player, a certain team, no,
really,
yeah, like they offered nothing going forward. I was saying the finish was cold from them at that point, and I get further into it in regards to the United performance. But yeah, it was so mad. It was such a handball. It was a good win for United after everything. Arsenal with some fortune with the equalizer. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, Cam did already say that. He did. Chris, a few people have touched on Palestri as well. Palestri has nice technique and speed. He's like a natural, lacks muscles. They need to hit the gym to become regulars. With
that's like do you know what? It's funny you should say that. That's exactly how I feel about Martinelli.
Yeah, that's what Chris
I
is
just
saying.
feel like he needs to put on some muscle mass.
No, I hear what you saying. With Garnacho, he's younger, so I'm a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? I'm more lenient because he's only 18. I think Palestri, to my knowledge, is like 21, 22. Yes, you should work on your core anyway, and it don't necessarily mean pumping weights. Just work on your balance. But one thing I like about Palestri, I've said it before, I'll say it again when I see him. He's direct and quick. That's going to be effective in today's game, and we're seeing that. For the 4th goal, there's not many players who run around the outside like that. Cross it back. Scott McTominay's had the shot. The keeper saved it, and the rebounds fell to Weghorst, and Weghorst has scored. But I like Palestri, and I think specifically this season, he can definitely be effective off the bench against tired defenses, and he's another option on the right-hand side because we got Anthony who plays out there. We know that Bruno plays out there, but he's not a right winger. Rashford can play out there, is not a right winger. Sancho can play out there, but not a right winger. So for the time being, right now, Palestri as an option is cool, and that's what Ten Hag needs, is as many options as possible, because we've got a lot of games coming up. Got a lot of games. We've got Southampton, then Betis again, then Fulham, then the international break, and then it could be FA Cup semi-final, Carabao, Europa League quarterfinals. Like there's a lot of going on, and aside from those two competitions, you've got the Premier League as well. Continue to get your questions in.
Do you know what? I've got one quick thing to add on what I was saying about the Arsenal game. The one thing that kind of upset me tonight was I actually wanted them to go for both. I really wanted them to go for the Europa League for a backup, just in case it all does go shit Pete Tong with the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying we're not going to go win it, but anything can happen. There's still 12 games. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we're 30 points clear. It's not that, and it's like we're still only 5 points clear in the Premier League. So, it only takes 2 fuck ups from Arsenal for City to overtake us. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. 2 fuck ups.
Yeah.
So, barring that, like I wanted Arsenal to give a bit more heart in this. I mean, I know they must be a bit tired, but I just wanted to give them a bit more heart in this because I feel like like I said, there's a great opportunity for us to go and win it there. Barring
the
United,
competition's up, yeah.
and you know what? I'll give a shout out to Roma, maybe Roma as well. Barring
you
them
can shout
two,
out Roma. I ain't shouting out them. That's just you. That's a
no. I mean, because for some odd reason, Jose Mourinho has got this thing about the Europa League and Roma right now. Like he's doing bits, bro.
Yo, bring me Roma in the next round, people.
Anyway.
If we draw, if we draw, just putting this out there because me and Saint had this conversation yesterday as well. If United are through to the next round. We draw Roma, I'm over the moon.
Fair.
We draw. That's just me. But go on, carry on.
But yeah, no. But like I said, like I still, but I think Roma will give you a tough game though.
Tough in terms of they'll be
like
spirited.
Said, like, it doesn't matter.
They'll be energetic. They'll be defensively solid. They'll be rugged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be tough. It'll be a tough. If you win, it'll be a tough win, basically.
Well, yeah, but if we get knocked out by them, burn it all to the ground and start again. Simple as that. If Manchester United are where we want to go,
and said, you know what, that 7-0 is not too bad now.
Yeah, like we really are nowhere near the levels I thought we was, and our fan base thought we was, and Ten Hag thought we was. We need to invest even heavier if we go out to Roma.
That's the
one
thing.
leg's a whole different conversation.
Do you know what it is?
Two legs.
It really does like just matter about the actual. I mean, tonight, if you look at our energy from Saturday compared to our energy tonight, it's like a complete opposite. Just like how your energy was on Sunday and how it was tonight, complete opposite.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we didn't really have the energy tonight. We didn't have the intensity. We didn't have the whole, I mean, the first, I did catch a little bit of some of the, actually, no, I didn't catch any of it, to be fair. And I just realized I didn't catch any of it. But from what I heard in the first half, like, you was practically dominant.
Oh, you're talking about
you
tonight?
No, the first half was a little bit more.
Wait, you're talking about Betis tonight?
Yeah, no.
Betis tonight. So what it was, we started off well, scored an early goal. I think Rashford scored in the 5th minute.
Yeah,
and then for like the next 10, 15 minutes, we was fine. And then when they equalized, we felt flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was hearing. You felt a bit flat in the first half.
We felt flat. And in the second half,
but the second half, you must have come out all guns blazing, basically.
No, it was actually flat. And then Anthony, you know what I'm saying, has produced that piece of magic for the second. And then from then on, we just kicked on. The players stood up. I'll give them credit for that. Because at the time, I'm like, we're letting this game drift. We're going, carry on.
Sorry, yeah, no, like I said, but you can tell the difference in the energy, basically. So when Anthony scored that second goal, your energy levels went
different. Up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, compared to what your energy levels were on Sunday.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? As soon as you conceded that second goal, your energy levels just went completely into mid-air.
Heads went from 100%.
Yeah, everything
100%.
went. So, but that's like, I mean, I'm not saying we were completely lost and we didn't have any energy there, but it was just like we didn't bring it with us. Do you know what I mean? It was like we went there just for a little quick game of football and we wasn't really looking at it too important.
Yeah, because Paul says here, Will Smith-Rowe start more games for Arsenal on his return from injury. Saka performed better when he came on. I thought their link-up play was impressive. So, yeah, do you see Smith-Rowe starting more games? And would you like to see him start more games as well?
I would, but I don't know. I don't know who he would replace.
First. All right, you mentioned there about not being able to rest Saka and Martinelli. I know Smith-Rowe plays more central, but that could be an option.
But obviously there's that option there because he does play left. He can play left midfield as well. So I know there's that option there, but what I heard is he wants to actually start bringing Saka into the Xhaka role. Smith-Rowe into the Xhaka role.
Oh, he wants to play him from a deeper position.
So I think that's where he's trying to slowly work him in, like, as he's gonna be our new Xhaka, or the replacement for Xhaka or whatever. I think that's how he's trying to train him in right now. But he's still like quite an attacking player. I mean, I know we can rest. I mean, I know Jesus is there, but he's not fully fit. He flew out with the squad, but he wasn't even on the bench.
Okay.
I mean, he wasn't even cool. Like he wasn't even in the squad.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll see him until probably earliest, I would say maybe a bench appearance next week against Crystal Palace.
You got you. First.
Providing that we don't get any new fresh injuries.
You lot continue again to bump up the likes. Over 60 of you lot locked in.
Or maybe even Leeds. Maybe not even until Leeds. Sorry.
Maybe we'll see. There are over 60 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 40 likes, though. I'm starring all the better questions. Don't worry about it. Keep them Manchester United, Arsenal related. Of course, if you want to make sure your question gets read out and we get straight to it, super chat. If not, I will start the better questions and I will get to it. But like I said, if you super chat, we'll get straight to your question to discuss whatever it is you want to talk about. LM10 says, flawless, the ideal Manchester United midfield to have is someone like De Jong, Gravenberch, or Musiala. United will be unstoppable in midfield since they're the only quality players there are available. Yes, our midfield definitely needs improvement. I agree with you on that 110%. Everyone knew that before the season. Everyone knew that during the season. And it's no different now. I've been talking about, even though we signed Casemiro and Eriksen, who's been a miss, by the way, but people told me he's so terrible defensive in transition and all this nonsense. Eriksen's key to what we do because he's the only midfielder currently in the squad of that profile who can do what he needs to do. Even though I want to upgrade on him, I would still keep Eriksen. But no, they're not the only quality players available. They're the only players available who are high in profile. But there's other midfielders out there that we personally don't know because we're not scouts. I always use this example. This time last season, nobody was talking about Lisandro Martinez. Now he's a mainstay in Manchester United's team. Nobody mentioned him. Nobody was saying United need a centre-back. Go get Martinez. He was on nobody's radar. There's somebody watching who probably watches Dutch football and knows more, like a Steve or somebody like that. Big up to Steve every single time who will know about it. But I'm saying the vast majority, 99.9% of fans did not know about Lisandro Martinez. Look at the impact he's had. Bear in mind, he was option. I keep saying this. He was the second option because we went in for Timber first. People forget that in the summer it was Timber. And then because we didn't get Timber for whatever reason, we then went and got Martinez.
Same with you didn't get Timber.
Yeah, blessing in disguise. Same way with Malacia. Everyone knows we needed a left back. All the left backs we got linked with. Nobody this time last year wasn't talking about Malacia. 12 million. And look at the impact he's had. So there's players out there who are midfielders in whatever profile. You mentioned De Jong, Gravenberch, Musiala. There's players of their profile who are out there who Manchester United can go and get. We just have to locate them. So they're not the only quality players available. I wouldn't go that far. But yes, midfield is a priority, as is attack as well to me. Chris says, what we saying, Cam? You happy that Arteta changes his team for every cup competition and going all out for the Premier League? Would you like to see him play stronger sides in Europe? Obviously, he went out in the FA Cup to City. What would you like?
See, do you know what? If we was in another cup, if we were still in the FA Cup, I'll be like, yeah, no, I'd understand why it's changing so much because obviously if we are going for the Premier League. I mean, you know what it is? It's a weird one because with 12 games left with the Premier League, and like I said, there is a great opportunity there to actually go and win our first credible European trophy.
Yeah, first.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we need to take this European trophy a little bit more serious because it's like these are the smaller teams of Europe. No disrespect to Sporting Lisbon and anyone else in this cup competition right now, but these are considered the smaller teams in Europe. If you really want to go and compete for the big teams, the big Champions League, you cannot be playing like how we played tonight. Basically, you cannot be turning up how we turn up tonight. You know what I mean? You have to turn up. I mean, look at Spurs for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
these there's no point in them being like this. They've been in the Champions League how many times, yeah? And they've literally only progressed, I believe, once further than the quarters or the last 16. Do you know what I mean? They don't. Do you know what I mean? So there's no point in them being there. I mean, there was a point in time where Arsenal kept qualifying, and I even said there's no point in us being in this because we always get knocked out in the fucking last 16 or quarters. Like, and that was under Wenger, do you know what I mean? So, like, you have to turn up in these kind of European games.
Absolutely.
And if you don't even turn up in these small ones, like, you've got especially away, If you can't turn up to a European away crowd, you're gonna get eaten alive at the likes of the Bernabeu, at the likes of Bayern Munich, at the likes of who we'll see next year, maybe Napoli. You're gonna get eaten alive by these crowds. And you're gonna crumble under the pressure of the crowd. Look at Anfield. Look, this is Anfield and all that bullshit, bro. Man United felt that, bro.
Yeah, facts, we did.
You
all
felt
them jokes came out to bite, man. Yes.
Yeah, bro. That beat you hard, bro. No homo, but that beat you hard.
Them jokes came back, yo.
Bro, they came back like
the craziest part
is,
bro. You know how wild it is. I'm still gonna run them jokes like later on in the season, 100%.
Oh, of course.
This is Anfield. I'm just waiting. It's too early in it. It's too early at that.
Obviously, for you, it's too early. For you, it's too. I can still run them jokes until the 8th of April, innit? Yeah. Whenever we play them, innit? Yeah. Then that week I'm gonna go silent. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm like, yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm hoping we're gonna be drawing. But anyway. But like I said, this is why I feel like we need to take this competition a little bit more serious and actually show some determination to be like, all right, cool.
It's not the Champions question. Definitely not Stamford Bridge, you know. We're not putting Stamford Bridge in that bracket. You know what I'm saying? But go on, carry on.
Stamford Bridge on a European.
I don't know, 20,000 seater stadium. It's cute. But go on, carry on.
Anyway.
Oversized car park, but go on, carry on.
Yeah, the car park, bro. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, like I said. But this is why I wanted us, because like, all right, if we get through tonight, yeah, and then we get drawn, I don't know, Juventus.
Yeah.
Juventus still in it, aren't they?
Yeah, Juventus are still, they won today, I believe.
We get drawn Juventus in the quarters.
Yeah.
That's
a tough tie. That's not easy.
No, I'm not even saying that's a tough tie. That tie there is a preview on what the Champions League ties will be.
Okay, I get your point.
You get what I mean? Because they're such a big team, they should really be in the Champions League. Well, the club anyway, they should be in the Champions League. Just like how Barcelona, as a club, the name wise, should be in the Champions League. But obviously this year they've crumbled and both. Well, you've already knocked Barcelona out, and Juve are there. You know what I mean? So. And if we go to Juve and we crumble under that pressure, bearing in mind a weaker Juve side than we've seen in the Champions League, a lot weaker side than what we've seen in the last sort of 5-6 years. Then what hope have we got in the Champions League? Do you get what I mean? Like,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, because the Juventus is a preview in terms of a tough away game, 100%.
It's a tough away game. Do you know what I mean? Like, home games, I've got no worry about. Home games, I feel like we can hold down a fort at the Emirates.
You can compete.
But when it comes to this is where we went wrong. Like, people want to bring up the 5-1 at Arsenal, but the reason, we went away to Barcelona, lost 4-0. Do you know what I mean? We went to Bayern Munich and lost 5-1. Do you know what I mean? But we've gone to these away games, these big away
unfolded
teams, and we've completely got crushed.
Yeah, I get you.
So if we're coming in 2023 and we got the likes of Juve or whoever, well, I'll say Juve for now because they are the.
Yeah. You can use Juventus as a great example for what you're saying. I understand.
I won't say Man United because. They're an English
team. English team. Yeah, it's different. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. If we ended up getting Juve in the next round, hence if we do get through, that is, and we crumble in Juve, I'll be real with you. All this talk I've been saying, the Champions League is at our second home next year. It's being held. There's Arsenal, no matter about. I want to forget I ever said that. I'm like, maybe. Give us a couple of years still. Hey, Wembley, do you want to come back to Wembley in 2027, Black? We might be ready then.
For those that don't know what Cam's talking about, the Champions League next year is at Wembley. So me and both Cam was on this very show. It was 2-3 weeks ago. Both staking our claim, saying our teams are going to be there. You're very shameless. I'm saying very, very early, very premature.
And if Arsenal get there, they're winning it because that's Arsenal's second, bruv. You can be. Bro, I don't care. Bring Real Madrid. We're still beating them, bro. Put Real Madrid in any other ground, we'll lose. Put Real Madrid against Arsenal in Wembley, we'll win. I don't know why, but we'll win.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it don't happen. I'm not trying to see you lot in the Champions League
I
final.
hope
But
it
yeah, you
does
see,
happen. And
yeah, of
if it
course
is
we do.
against
You know
Real
what I'm saying?
Madrid,
But we don't
that
care what
ditches
you want.
Anfield will
You know
come
what I'm
back.
saying? This is-
I'll be like, so what? We can beat Real and you can't, man.
Hey, I ain't saying bring me Real Madrid. I ain't saying all that. I just said we'd win. I didn't put no
I'm just saying
context to
there
it.
on big.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a big what
Hey,
if. And that's obviously
and big up
what if.
Lewis. He said my team will be, and they just put for fuck's sake.
We'll be somewhere
Hey,
chilling
Europa
with.
League, man, or maybe Conference League, and to
You're
Assad as
gonna
well.
make Conference League, man. Come on, man.
100%. You know what I'm saying? I know all about sevens. So yeah, you'll finish 7th place. You heard it here first. And to Assad, yeah, I'm cool with Chelsea. I was just taking shot at Victor. That's all. Because Victor was talking, he's a Chelsea fan. He was talking rubbish in it. So I just had to, that's all it was.
Stamford Bridge is a chat now.
But yeah, there's over 60 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. There's over 60 of you lot now locked in. Let's get up to 50 likes, sorry. Share this across the socials as well. You can see That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram as well. So make sure you share it, like it, hit the like button, share it across all of the socials, and subscribe as well. We're still free short of the subscriber mark. We're aiming for 5,665. And you know what? If you lot get there, I'm with it. Because Lewis is saying Europa League final is in Dublin next year. Hey,
is that next year?
Island. Yeah, it's in Dublin.
Hey, say no more, brother. I'm there with you.
Yeah, we have to go out there. I think so.
Bro,
man.
I got.
I think we should pull up. I think we should pull up.
I got people out there still.
Yeah, man. I actually have people out there as well. So I think we should pull up 100%. To Asad, who said also Flawless. Are you impressed with the bounce back ability from Manchester United? Yes, because I was very, very concerned during that second half. So from the start of the second half up until Anthony scored, I was on the watch along saying it. Yeah, these men are folding. I didn't say they had folded, but these players were folding at that point because it was flat, it was weak. Betis weren't even doing great, but yet the game was just drifting and there was nothing in the game. It wasn't like there was a Europa League quarterfinal place at stake at that point. Never mind what had happened to Liverpool. Never mind that we're at home in the first leg. And if it's a 1-1 and we go to Betis with a 1-1 or we're losing, they're going to be bang up for it. I said before the game, not only did I want to see a great result and put the tie to bed, also a good performance. Didn't really get the good performance. It was in bits. Great result, though. Because the results killed the 4-1 has killed the tie dead. So I got to give credit to the players. I got to give credit to Ten Hag for all the stick Anthony's got. And
the only way I see their little glimmer of hope is if they get sort of like 2 lucky early goals.
Yeah, if they get 2 early, but even then I'm like, it's like it's 4-1. And even Anthony, who I've been critical of, he's popped up again at an important moment. Does he need to improve? Yes, but I'm saying impact. Start impacting games more. That was my criticism of Sancho. That's my criticism of attacking players. Impact. I've seen him now score the winner against Barcelona in the last round. And then even today, that goal is critical. And then from when he scored that goal, floodgates is open. And the fact, people have already mentioned it, it should have been more than 4. We created so many chances. They were lucky. It was flattering to them that it was only 4-1. Because I'm saying again on the watch along when it's 3-1, kill this tie dead. Don't go there 3-1, go there minimum 4-1, but it should have been 5 or 6. Because some of them chances we missed were criminal. Actually, Anthony, 7. It could have been 7. He missed a 1-on-1, and then there was one he should have squared. That's 2 off the top of my head right there. So, but yes, I am impressed, and that's why I got to salute Ten Hag, because had we had lost today or drew, people would be talking about the mentality. They killed that conversation dead. But that doesn't mean we don't need to improve. Of course we need to improve. Because these players are not good enough. They're not good enough. Not all of them, but the vast majority for where Manchester United are trying to go to are not good enough. Cam spoke on it and going to big European giants away from home. I do not want to go to the Bernabeu with that lineup. I don't want to go to the Allianz with that lineup. I don't even want to go PSG, no disrespect, with that lineup. I don't want to go to Naples with that lineup. Yeah, like, you got to go there and you're going to lose football matches. Cool. But there's a way to lose. Don't just go get rolled over. That's what it is. So that's how I'm looking at it. So yes, I am impressed. A big up to Alwyn, says, hello guys. Flawless United should have left Old Trafford minimum 6-1. And did you see Ten Hag wave 3 fingers in the air when the 4th goal went in? LOL. He had a slight smile. Because he probably told them, yo, you look over 7. 100%. Like, Ten Hag, like, I heard, my mum told me this actually. I don't know how true this is, that Ten Hag made the players sit in silence in the changing room and listen to Liverpool celebrate. I'm saying, it's like, that's right. Yeah. How true that is, I don't know, but my mom told me
wait,
that.
what? After the loss?
After the loss, yeah. My mom told me that. I'm saying,
Oh,
because
so
she was,
apparently, these lot went in the dressing room and he said, "Shut up! I want you to
yeah,
listen to this."
I just made them, and
Yo,
good.
that's some
Good. I'm saying I lost my
brutality.
voice
That
over
is
you lot. Hear my voice,
brutality.
people, is still not recovered. This is how much shouting and hollering and talking I've been doing since Sunday. It's now Friday, and I'm still here hollering, talking about this shit because of them lot. And we had to come out here 10 toes down and be fighting battles and shit. Bear in mind, I'm fighting a losing war. But I'm not them. I'm not going to roll over. Fuck all that. It must be crazy. Must be absolutely crazy. So yeah, Ten Hag, but I'm glad we got the response. Put the ties put to bed now. We're into the quarterfinals, and we need to do the same. Go beat Southampton at home on the weekend. Then we're obviously the away leg against Betis, where we can rotate, which I'd like to see him rotate. I'm saying the likes of Palestri, Garnacho, Sabitzer will get more minutes. Your Maguires, your Lindelofs, your Malacias, and people can get rest. Like your Martinez's and Varans, Casemiro, Shaws, De Gea's. Rest them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd like to see. We're up and have them on the bench. And if we are down 2-0, you can put them on. Rashford, all these type of players, let them rest. 100%. Big up saying from Jamaica as well. Big up every single time. And yeah, Wan-Bissaka was good. He should be starting. The low's not been... So he said, Wan-Bissaka key to our success in second half. And by that, I mean Anthony Vegas, Bruno, only joking. Wan-Bissaka is to keep right back slot over the low thoughts. Yeah, because his form has been good. Wan-Bissaka, since the World Cup, every game he has played in, he has played very well. We've seen it in the Carabao Cup final. We've seen it today. Even on the ball. I've seen him on the halfway line, dropping the shoulder, going past, man. So, yeah, correct. And I'm a fan of Delo, but his form hasn't been it since he's returned from injury. So Wan-Bissaka should be playing. And let me just clarify this as well. Because Victor says, imagine you get dunked on from Roma, don't run from me. Victor, you know me, I don't run first and foremost, full stop. Secondly, if we draw Roma, yes, I'll be over the moon. Give me Roma over at Arsenal or Juventus.
Would that draw be next Friday?
Next week, Friday. Yeah. Next week, Friday.
Because the Champions League draws
Champions
Friday,
League.
isn't it?
Champions League draws next week, Friday as well. Same day.
So they're doing it all in one again.
Yeah, they do it all in one because there's still Champions League games to be played. City, Leipzig.
Oh yeah, of course.
Real Madrid, Liverpool, Inter, Porto, and there's another one.
I forgot. Yeah, Liverpool needs another 5 to be held.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Bring me. You think I'm shook
listen,
off?
I know. Listen, like I said, Man United fans, it's a bit too soon for you, man, isn't it, to banter Liverpool because obviously you just held 7. But for me, as an Arsenal fan,
let them get beat 5, fam. Let them concede 5 goals.
Let them get beat 5 more so I can use that 10-2 I've been having to use for the last 10 years that's been against me. I'm like, yeah. 10-2.
Oh, them 10-2s.
10-2s. Hey, 10-2s out here, innit? Yo. Liverpool, respect, innit? 6-time champions, 10-2s and that.
Well, that's what it is. And Victor talking about Alanga. Have him at Chelsea then, innit? You know what I'm saying? Have him at Chelsea. That's what it is. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes, bring me Roma. The same way I said about Barcelona. Go back and look. The streams are all on the channel, people, because I don't delete no streams. I ain't saying Liverpool fans who be deleting tweets. I don't delete nothing. I don't run from anything, despite no defeat. So just let me before you go,
I actually let me just state that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's favorable ties for each of us, innit?
Absolutely.
There's definitely favorable ties, but I think even in the favorable ties, like there's been kind of a few of them smaller teams turning up, shocking.
So these are potential opponents for. We'll try and run through potential opponents for both Arsenal and Manchester United. So you got Union Berlin and Union Saint-Gilloise, who drew 3-3. So either of those two. Then you've got Leverkusen, they won 2-0. So they'll probably go through against that Hungarian side. You got Roma, who won 2-0 against Sociedad. So you got Leverkusen, you got Roma. Shakhtar Donetsk and Feyenoord drew 1-1. Juventus, Sevilla. So you're looking at Juventus, Sevilla, Roma, Leverkusen. They're the 4 we can kind of say. The other 2 ties are in the balance. So out of that, this is what I'll say. There's no name I look at and fear. There's no one there I go, whoo, don't give me. Apart from Juventus, because that's just PTSD and anxiety from Pogba. Because it'd be just like, and I think we knock out Juventus, but I don't need the anxiety of Pogba scoring a winner out of Trafford. That's just anxiety, people. That's what that is.
That would top the season for me.
Yeah, you know what that would be? That's worse than Let me put this out, people. That's worse than the 7-0.
7 at Anfield. And on top of that, the cherry on top was Pogba dunking at OT.
That's no. That's worse than the 7-0. That's worse than the 7-0. Getting knocked out of
Yeah,
this
for you.
competition that we can win.
But for me
Yeah.
personally, as a rival, it's fucking brilliant to see.
Yeah, sure, man.
Fantastic.
Yeah. This guy.
Fucking fan Dabby Dozy, bro.
This guy,
Bro,
yo.
I've got to take a win whenever I can, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, out of these teams, I don't fear any of them. I don't fear. Let me check. Where are Leverkusen, Roma? Let me see where they're at in their league, and Sevilla as well. Let me check that out. Before I do that, 1 second. Let's see. Because you lot got some questions in. Let me get to it. Let me see. Here we go. Peter says, if Arsenal get through, big up to Peter G, says, if Arsenal get through, can they play United in the next round? Team Arsenal want to avoid United. Yeah, teams from the same nation can now draw each other from the quarterfinals onwards. I ain't trying to see Arsenal. Look at the names I just listed. Why would I pick Arsenal? Do I think we knock Arsenal out? Yes, but why make it much tougher than it needs to be? How I said, you know what this is like, people? Exactly like Barcelona. When we was in that playoff knockout round, I said,
I'll be back.
we'll knock out Barca. Yeah, no stress.
My daughter's crying.
Yeah, no stress, man. We'll knock out Barcelona, but we don't need. That's tougher than necessary. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that, and that's how I'm looking at this draw. I don't fear Union Berlin or Union Saint-Gilloise. I don't fear Leverkusen. I don't fear Roma. I don't fear Shakhtar Donetsk or Feyenoord. Don't fear Juventus, even though the Pogba thing just gives me just straight anxiety. And Sevilla as well. Sevilla would be the third. If we were to draw Sevilla, they'd be the third Spanish side that we've drew. And we've knocked out. We would have knocked out 2 prior to them. So I would have no fear with that. Shakhtar, ideally, actually, they're not playing in Ukraine. So where are Shakhtar playing their home games? Can somebody let me know? Because I don't think they're in the Ukraine. Feyenoord, Dutch side, Ajax, Ten Hag knows all about them. Roma, if we get Roma, cool. I'm not fearful of Roma whatsoever. Bayer Leverkusen, where they at in the Bundesliga? Let me see. And I talk like this because I just don't rate these teams. And when I'm saying this, I'm talking about more so from their league position, number 1, and number 2, where Manchester United are aiming to go. I'm looking at the table. Let's see. Bayer Leverkusen are currently 9th. Bring me Bayer Leverkusen. If we can't beat the Chelsea of, of the German league, just burn it all to the ground and start again. That's what we need to do. We are further back than we thought. Our level is nowhere near where we thought it was. That's how I'm looking at it. But that's just me. I didn't even know they were 9th. See what's going on. Yeah, Victor saying that is a United player. You can have him. You know what I'm saying? You can have him. You saying free my dog. Come free him, innit? Free my dog. You can have him. Here we are. Where we at? When's the draw? Next week, Friday is the draw. CNF. Here we go. To see the world says you never know here, but we can lose to anyone and beat anyone. Spanish teams are still the biz, but we move. Yeah, this goes into every game. You can lose to anyone. You can beat anyone. Yes. But what we're doing here, what I'm doing here is looking at it and going, all right, and assessing it. We all assess games beforehand. We look at both managers. We look at both teams, how both teams play, and then we make predictions. Same way people were saying this about Barcelona. All them people are quiet now. The day we drew Barcelona, I said we'd knock them out. The live stream's still on here, people. I need to roll that back, actually. That was one of my finest moments of live stream, and I said we'll beat them. And then closer to because obviously the draw was way before the actual game. People are like, oh, Barcelona are going to knock you out. Then beforehand, the week of, I said we will knock out Barcelona. Stylistically, I love how we match up against them. Before the first leg, I said we'd beat them. 2-2, even though we should have washed them. The tie was still alive. I said we'll beat them. 1-0 down at half-time when everyone was on so much smoke in the chat that we were going to lose. I said verbatim, yeah, we're going through. And then what happened? We're going through. I don't fear none of these players. You know what I'm saying? Flawless Pogba isn't even making squads. I can see him making it for us. The motivation will be there for him. If we draw them, I'm not really trying to see Juve. I'm really not. That's just me, though. Yeah, we are. Yeah, you're a wild black diamond. Big up. Every time.
Just saw that comment still.
Yes. Bring Cho to Cho at Old Trafford. Yeah, come. The man that Leverkusen don't want to keep. That they're sending him back. Him. Yeah. Bring Cho. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Hey, big up to Matora as well. Says, yo, Flawless love from Nairobi. Tuned in. Hey, big up, man. We really worldwide, man. Nairobi, you know.
My Kenyan brothers there. My brother just went to Mombasa the other day. So went back to Mombasa and that.
Love that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. If we win in Europe, do we forgive the Anfield performance? It's not a question of forgiving it. It's just do better. It's not even forgetting it. It's just do better. That's what it is. It's legit just a do better. Like it's added in. It's now even more important that we go on and win them 2 cups because of what it was already cold red after that Liverpool performance. It's cold dark red now. That's what it is. Like, yeah, you man must do this. You know what I'm saying?
It's called nuclear red.
And he said, geez, Mombasa is a madness, beautiful place. Big on my Kenyan.
I was out there 2-3 years ago myself. So
shame Eddie's not here.
Big up my Kenyan crew every time
Yeah, large up my Kenyans. Big up all the Africans, everyone locked in from the
motherland. Big up the motherland anyway.
The motherland, man. 100%. Give me a United versus Union St. Gelo final any day. Absolutely. I will take both your
Arsenal.
I will kick Ryan off a cliff for this final. Yes, if I could guarantee this final.
Union St. Gelo's knock out Man United in the semis to see Arsenal in the final and we beat them in the final, I'll be there.
Yes, okay. And to see a nephew says Man United working on a replacement for Weghorst, are they happy with him? It's not working with a replacement. We need additions. It's Weghorst and more. We still need 2 strikers. And so it's not a question of what. No, United need more than that. We still need 2 strikers minimum and Weghorst. I'll be calm with that. That's just me though. And to Chris, who says I'd be more worried about Di Maria, to be honest. It's not a worry about Juventus. Hear what I'm saying, people? It's crippling anxiety. That's what it is. Every time Paul Pogba picks up the ball from 25 yards out, that story alone will kill me. That narrative alone will kill me if he scores the winner at Old Trafford.
He scores a banger at OT.
If he scores and it's the winner that they like, that's anxiety. That's and plus on top
of that. Listen. You think 7-0 was bad at Anfield?
Facts. Back in 1 sec, fam. 1 sec.
No way. Yeah, but I'm telling you, if that was the narrative on that, if you think that 7-0 was bad at Anfield, Pogba scoring a winning goal at OT, bruv, just cancel the season, bruv. That's what I'd say. Just give the cup, give the Carabao Cup back and say we give up. We're done with the season. We forfeit. I'm telling you, that would be mad, bruv. I'm telling you. I don't think it's just now with Pogba, that would be crazy, but it's there though. It is written there. I mean, it's not going to be a shock if Man United end up getting Juve in the quarters or the semis. Like, get tied them. It's written there. There's a script already written for that to happen. So hopefully you already know that might happen, but I don't know. If I see that happen, for me personally, I'd love to see it, and then you may get knocked out to whoever it is after, and then we play an easy team in Europa League final, hopefully win the Europa League final. That's what we need some credibility in Europe right now. We've got nothing, but it's what it is. Me just rambling on that bullshit. But yeah, man, that's peak, fam. I think Arsenal as well. I think with Arsenal, it's there, or ex-Man United. It's not as bad as Man United, but it's ex-Man United. And yeah, man, I think that would be mad, you know. Me actually thinking about that. A 25, 30-yard screamer at OT, Pogba. You already know the celebration. Fucking
madness, fam. I'm not trying to see that, man. I'm not trying to, that's just pure. And I don't get anxious over anything. That's just pure anxiety, yo. It's not even scared or worried. Pure anxiety, 100%. And to Serafel, who says Roma and Juventus would be very hard ties for both of us, I disagree. I completely disagree with this. It's only because this is name only, because they have Mourinho. Mourinho was the manager of the caliber he used to be. He would not be managing Roma.
Facts.
It's a fact. 100% they wouldn't be where they at, 5th in their league. If Manchester United, if we were 5th in our league, nobody would fear us. If Manchester United were 5th in the Premier League, nobody would be talking about United with any vim. If Manchester United were 9th in their league, like Bayer Leverkusen, nobody will be talking with any vim. Juventus, who I think were 3rd, then they were 3rd, 2nd, before the points deduction, someone let me know. Nobody will be talking about them with any vim. Who else? We got Sevilla, who are 14th. But then again, this is what always happens. Anytime Manchester United going to face someone, they're always this team Super Saiyan all the time. I heard it about Barcelona and I said, they're not a great side. And we've seen that. They were shocking over the 2 legs. But rather than give us credit, it's Xavi got it wrong and this and that, and they had injuries. And well, we had players missing. Bear in mind, our first choice striker hasn't played this year. I think he's played like a half. But people forget that. People forget that we was missing Martinez. We was missing Casemiro. So we were missing 2 of our best players in that away leg. But now it's all, it's like, nah, man, they're just not that good. Because you know why I know Barcelona ain't that good? That's why they're in the Europa, because they started the season in the Champions League and ended up in the Europa League. Go look at that group. I was in a group with Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, and Victoria P. And finished 3rd in the group. Bayern Munich, top quality. Inter Milan, bang average. Victoria P, nobody can even name me 3 players from their team. Like, let's not do this. Same with Roma as well. I don't fear a team with Gini Wijnaldum and Chris Smalling and Matic in it, with Mourinho managing in 2023. I'm sorry. You lot can be scared of that. I'm not. But yeah, what's your thoughts? I'll let you respond to this as well, fam.
What?
In regards to Roma and Juventus. Yeah,
Roma and Juventus would be very hard ties for both of us. Oh, yeah, they'll be hard. I mean, the way I look at it for Arsenal is it'll be tougher for Arsenal only because of there's no credibility for Arsenal in Europe. There's none whatsoever. So we end up fumbling in Europe. So it's not even a fact what team. It's not. I'm not scared of a team per se. It's just PTSD in Europe in itself. So. Like I said, I mean, I think they'll like. I'd rather Roma than a Juve, but then there's the whole Mourinho versus Arsenal narrative there.
Oh yeah. See that the story's better than the actual game. I think the storyline and the build-up would be better than the game.
The games itself, yeah. But it's not like I fear anyone. I feel like we can beat anyone that's there, including you, like your team and that. So.
Yeah, Victor, Tammy, yes, I'm not scared. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not scared. No disrespect. I'm not shook on no team with Tammy Abraham leading the line for them. I'm good. I take my chances. I'm cool with that. Like I said, if they were that good, they wouldn't be in Europa League. But here comes, you know what I'm saying, the brigade of anyone United can potentially face this and that. I said all this. I heard all this about Barcelona. You I believe are better than the sides we're mentioning. I genuinely think that they're better than the sides we are mentioning right now. Your Romas, your Juventuses, Sevillas.
The only way I don't see to be honest with you, the only way I really don't see, I don't see that final being an all English finals is if they
draw each other. If we draw
draw us against each other in the quarters or the semis.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Barring that, there's no way I don't see both of our teams getting in that final. The way I see it, anyway. But like I said, with Arsenal in Europe, it's just they turn up on them.
And Dominic, you hit the nail on the head here. You said I don't think there's any team United should worry about in the Europa League. You know why? Because it's the Europa League. Champions League, different conversation. I ain't talking with this much chest. I'm not, because it's Champions League. Like that's the cream of the crop. You know what Europa League is? 2nd tier European competition. 2nd tier. You know what I'm saying? European competition. So that's why I talk about it in this regard, is I understand what this is. Will Roma be playing Champions League next season? It's highly doubtful. Like Marcel said, they're 4th. Yeah, they're only 4th because Juventus got the points deduction. So technically they would be 5th in a normal season. Because they're a Europa. So a Europa League side is in a Europa League spot. Lo and behold. A Europa League side is fighting, you know what I'm saying, to try and get into the Champions. So basically, they're just Newcastle in Rome. That's what they are. The same side we should have been fearful of in the Carabao Cup, because Eddie Howe and defensively they're so good, and they got St. Maximum, and they got Callum Wilson and Perez and Bruno G. What happened there? Hella talk. I don't forget. I got a great memory, you know. Just because I be ignoring the chat at times, don't think I don't remember comments. I remember all the talk before Barcelona, all the talk before Newcastle, because that was a big week for Manchester United, and we washed both those teams, washed them. Absolutely, they didn't get a kick. Did not get a. Barcelona had one shot on target that was a penalty. Washed them. They were lucky. We won the game 4-3 on aggregate, and it was flattering to them. Mm-hmm. They could have got their ass whooped worse.
That aggregate scoreline is so flattering to them. I swear.
Flattering to them. Look at the 3 goals they scored. Look at the 3 goals they scored.
They
They
didn't
scored
even
across.
deserve one.
They scored from a set piece, corner. All right, cool. A cross come shot and a penalty. Newcastle didn't get a kick the entire game. Bear in mind, Newcastle they're 5th now in the Premier League. Ironically, where Roma would be in Serie A. You see the parallel, people. See the parallel. But these are the teams you don't want me to be scared of. Now, if United were playing Real Madrid, I'd be like, yeah, long day. We were playing Real Madrid, I'd be like, oh shit, this could be peak. Bear in mind, you could go back to previous streams, people, of me talking about Champions League draws. And I'm like, yo, I don't want me and Statman Babes is a clip where we're arguing about it. And he's like, yo, bring me Liverpool in the Champions League. I'm like, why? He's like, oh, it's a special occasion. I said, if you want a special occasion, go get married. He'll say, this is football. We are trying to win here. And he's like, who do you want? I think it was Lille and somebody else was there. That's what it is. So yeah, we're one of the favorites, if not the favorite for the Europa League. If someone says Arsenal are favorites, I won't argue them down. But if you look at the bookies tell all. Go look at your local bookmakers and see the odds. Guarantee United are mad short odds for the Europa League. Why is that? Why are Roma such long odds? If
both Arsenal and United will be
Arsenal,
mad.
of course, we're the 2 favorites. Wherever you want to rate us, whether you think it's Arsenal, whether you think it's Manchester.
You've got the top of the Premier League and the third of the Premier League against. Where's Juve?
I'll tell you now, because they got the what's it called, innit? They got the ban, so they went down. They got the deduction. 1 second. I'll tell you now.
Yeah, so where are they?
I'm gonna pull up the table now. They are currently in the table now. I don't know how many points they got deducted. I think it was like, let us know in the chat. They're 7th now. They're 7th.
So there's 7. You got a 7th Juve who would probably be 3rd or 4th. You got 5th place Roma. You've got like you said, a 9th place Bayern Leverkusen.
With Chowen. Oh, it's a 15-point deduction. All right, so they're 15 points.
Ballon d'Or Cho, by the way. I don't forget about them shouts 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, man. Cho way or no way, man. Cho way or no way. And to Lewis, he says, Tammy Verdes, Lisandro Lannister. Yeah, go on.
Of course, bruv, if you look at it, of course, Arsenal being top of the Premier League and Man United being 3rd in the Premier League, you look at it like, well, yeah, they have to be the 2 favourites.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And like to Lewis, who says Tammy versus Lisandro Lannister on set pieces. Tammy Abraham, who couldn't stay at 9th place Chelsea. He was deemed not good enough for 9th place Chelsea. But I'm supposed to be worried about him in Europa League. Like, come on.
Tammy Abraham would bang for you right now. Just realize, bro. That's who you need, Tammy Abraham.
He's better than Havertz. He is 110%. Marcel says, Jose doing bits. You're sleeping on Roma. Flawless. I've watched them a lot this season. They're 5th, not 4th. They're level on points with AC Milan, who are bang average. So what constitutes here, Marcel, doing bits? We need to, that's what we're honing on here. When you say doing bits, what's he doing? Are they overachieving? Like when you say doing bits, like what's the whole?
No, they are where they should be.
Yeah, like they're around Europa League, Champions League spots. That's where they should be. If you man draw Juventus, you're getting knocked out guaranteed. They're not as bad as people might think. Flawless bigging up his chest again like he did before Barca. Watch your luck run out. You also told me Barcelona was going to knock us out. You also told me Newcastle was going to beat us in the final. And you also said Betis will do bits. Look how those things worked out. I'll continue to big up my chest. And won't go running if my team gets beat like you did, Marcel, in particular, when you lost to Madrid 5-2 and you disappeared from the watch along and disappeared. We couldn't see you. Like, let's not do that. You pick us to lose all the time. It's not look. We're better than these sides.
Real quick.
Yeah, we're better than Barcelona. We're better than Roma. We're better than Betis, and we're better than Newcastle. This is why our league position, we're above all of these. Because we're better. Are we where we want to be? No. But are we better than these sides? Yes. And results show that. That's why when we played Barcelona, we bust their ass. When we played Newcastle in the final, we bust their ass. We just played Betis, we'll bust their ass. Same with Roma. Everybody gonna get it. 100%. We're going to go through, and then there'll be another one. There'll be another one. Bear in mind, people, there's no guarantee we draw Roma. Arsenal might get them. And I think Arsenal will knock them out. But do I want Roma to win? Absolutely. But I think Arsenal will knock out Roma. I just look at their team and go, what? Tammy Abraham, Wijnaldum, Matic, Chris Smalling in 2023. Yeah, you lot can be shocked at that. You lot can be shocked at that.
That was so rude. Chris Smalling in 2023.
Yeah. You didn't have no chest for Betis, but my point still stands, Marcel. You had Barcelona beating us and had so much energy and so much chest, and that died. Had so much chest about Newcastle, died. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, keep predicting against us because it's working. People are mentioning Union Berlin as well.
Look at
Bring
me
the team that couldn't just beat Union Saint-Gilloise. Bring me the team that just couldn't beat a team from Belgium. Please. I beg. I'm on my knees. Pause. Bring me the team that just could not beat a team from Belgium. Just conceded 3 goals to a team from Belgium. Fell behind 3 times from a team from Belgium at home. The home leg.
Team from Belgium.
Belgium. Pro League team. Belgium. Please.
Belgium.
I beg. Please. They were at home. Belgian Pro League team. Union Saint-Gilloise. I didn't even know they existed till Peter and Alam was on the stream telling me about them like 3-4 weeks ago.
Trust, I didn't know they existed until
only teams I know from Belgium is Bruges and Anderlecht.
in the draw, bruv.
Who are these guys? Yes, so no, I'm not. Yes, Union Berlin are doing very well in their league, but they might not make it past USG. They might not make it through. I'm actually hoping USG get through because Peter and that man on the channel have been waxing lyrical about Union Saint-Gilloise. Bring me them, please. Bring me Union Saint-Gilloise in the next round. I beg.
Trust, bring me them, bruv. Let me get to that final quick time, easy time.
100%, yes. So, yeah, I'm not fussed about Union Berlin. Because if we had drew 3-3 to a Belgian Pro League team, all we'd be doing is getting criticized. That was a drew today against Betis, who are a much better side than USG. We would have been getting. At 1-1, the chat, the numbers bumped up. Like, let's not do this, people. People always want to make shit worse than what it is in that. My team is nowhere near where I want it to be. But we're better than fucking Union Saint-Gilloise and Union Berlin. I'm sorry, innit? Like, I'm sorry, innit? Bring me any Belgian Pro League team.
Maybe Ollie's team. If you're talking Ollie's team, then yeah, you might be right. You know, you might be like one of the worst teams there with a man like Maguire and that. But this Eric Ten Hag team, there's no way.
Yeah.
Bro. There's no way,
and I'm fully aware of where Union Berlin are, Marcel, because Jets, for those that don't know, and you know this, is German. So we get great inside knowledge on the German league. But like I said, they just drew 3-3 at home to Union Saint-Gilloise. I'm cool with drawing them. Because if we drew 3-3 to Union Saint-Gilloise, you won't be telling me United are top 4 in the Premier League. You'd be running bants and running jokes and telling us how trash we are. But how come when Union Berlin do it, it's okay? Keep the same energy. I'm saying, keep the same energy.
Because we don't know any Union Berlin supporters, bro.
I'm saying, keep the same energy. That's all I'm saying. Keep the same energy. That's it.
I've never met someone and they said, "Yeah, I support Union Berlin."
Yeah, like, let's not do that. And Q says Barcelona had their whole squad on the bench. Meanwhile, what happened against that washed out lot from Merseyside? We had an off day on Merseyside, and as for the whole Barcelona squad on the bench, that's not our fault. If Xavi had their whole bench on their whole squad on the bench, that's a Xavi problem. Why is their whole squad on the bench? Because I wasn't hearing that beforehand. I was hearing about how we're gonna get smoked. But here we are. This is it, yo. Like, I don't forget. I remember all of that. I've still not gone back and watched them streams, but I'm going to. Because I did the day we drew Barcelona in the actual draw, like last year, like literally 2022, I did a stream on it. And people was telling me, but I'm going to go collect some names. 100%. But yes, I'm not scared of no fucking Union Berlin. I'm sorry. No. Yes, they're top 4 and having a good season. They just drew to a Belgian Pro League team. 3-3. Went behind 3 times at home. Home. Like, come on, man.
That's the equivalent of getting knocked out to being a big club in the Premier League and getting knocked out to a League 2 team in the FA Cup.
And to Marcel said, to be fair, Pedri got injured and Gavi got suspended, 2 of their best players. It's like if you man were missing Rashford and Casemiro. 2 of our best players were missing in the first leg. Martinez didn't play, who's arguably our best centre-back, and Casemiro didn't play, who is our best midfielder. So they're easily 2 of our 4 best players. So we were missing. So I'm not hearing excuses. Now it's all excuses. Pedri played. You know what I'm saying? Pedri played for the first 45 minutes and did nothing. It's not our fault he was injured. Bear in mind, we're missing our first choice striker, and people forget that Martial, whether you rate Martial or not, he's better than Weghorst. Bruno, you lot, no, I don't rate. So let's not do this. We were missing players. Now it's all excuses for Barcelona. Now it's all this player was not. It wasn't that beforehand. It was you was going out. So please keep the same energy, people, because I keep the same energy. So I asked of you lot to do the same. How are last year's Europa winning team Frankfurt doing? Did they draw this evening flawless? Wait, Frankfurt were in the champs. They're in the Champions League because they won Europa League. Or did they go out? I don't know where Frankfurt are.
Well, did they not get knocked back down?
Did they? Nah, they didn't get knocked back down. Because I'm looking here. They didn't get knocked back down.
They didn't. Did they get... Oh. No, I'm saying, did they get knocked back down? Did they finish further?
Let us know. In the chat, people will let us know. It's a LFC for the double says, wish we got to see our full strength United and Barca go at it. Dembele gave Pedro, Casemiro, Martinez, and Marcelo missing. Unfortunately, yeah, from a neutral perspective, I would have, from a neutral perspective, yes, you want to see all the players fit. You know what I'm saying? You want to. But that's how football goes. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Oh, yeah, they're 2-0 down against Napoli. Yeah, they're in the champs. Napoli, they're playing next week.
Yeah.
Frankfurt, they're playing next week. And Black Diamond, even on violence, is like, I'm just letting people know. And I think people forgot because I just be chilling and joking that, man, like, all right, if we're going to get to the shits, let's get to the shits. And like, let's let people stand on what got said before games. People are like, this has been forgotten. And this all stemmed from me and Cam talking about the Europa League draw. Potential. And people saying, why are you not fearful of Roma? Because they're fucking Roma. That's why. That's why. That's what it is. They were that good and that clinical and that fire of a team. They'd be top of Serie A. Because it's facts. It's fact. I heard all this about Barcelona, top of the league, or Dembele and Pedri and Gavi, and Xavi's got him playing ball, and they got Lewandowski and Dörter, and you lot are going out. And what happened? We cooked them, man. Cooked them, and they were fortunate it was 2-2 in the away game. I came away from watching that game going, right, I'm pissed we didn't win that. Battered them, created so many chances, we just missed it. And then we cooked them in the home leg. And we gave them a goal lead. Gave them a Bruno being stupid with the penalty. And then people in the chat were like, well, Barcelona don't need to create. That's what people told me at halftime. Why do they need to create? I bet they wish they created now. I bet they wish they created now, innit?
Trust.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're top of the league. And what? What did that mean? People keep naming stuff that don't matter. All right, they're top of the league. Cool. I said stylistically, I love how we match up. And I've not watched any of I've not watched any of the teams in depth that I'm talking about, but I look at their form and go, yeah, we should be able to bypass that. We should be. Any of these teams have knocked out Barcelona. That would be a part of it. Let Roma have knocked out Barcelona in the last round. Roma beat Barcelona, That would be one of the reasons people, because we did it don't count. I remember everything, people, I remember absolutely everything. Let Union Saint-Gilloise or Union Berlin had knocked out Barcelona in the last round. It'd be they beat Barcelona with Xavi, It wouldn't be Dembele was missing and Gavi was missing and Pedri. No, it would just be they knocked out Barcelona. Because we did it. A lot of people's favorites, now it don't count. Now there's excuses. Now there's caveats and all this nonsense. Now we bust their ass. Bear in mind, Martial was missing. Bear in mind, Martinez didn't play. Bear in mind, Casemiro didn't play. Bear in mind, we are in our first year of our rebuild. People forget that. We're in season 1. Season 1. Look at our team. We lined up in the new camp with Fred, Sabitzer, and Weghorst in the 10. That was our midfield trio. And we still went there. And imagine we actually had a team. And we had quality. Imagine Casemiro would have played that game. What would have happened? Imagine Martial could actually stay fit. But we can all do if, buts, and maybes. Word to James Redmond, I don't do if, buts, and maybes. I do absolutes. And you know what happened? We absolutely whooped them. That's what happened. Go back and check the tape. But anyway, you lot continue to bump up the likes. Over 80 of you lot locked in. Bump up the likes. Subscribe as well. Let's see if we're still short on the subscriber mark. Let's see. You lot gonna make me friggin' my voice go even more hoarse. Let's see. Get your questions in. Continue to get your questions in as well. Let's see what you lot saying. Bro, when does Martial play anyway? He's a hologram. I could say the same about Dembele. What are we talking about? Dembele is the same. The point I was making is both teams were missing players. Whether you rate him or not, he improves our team. I want him sold, but he improves our lineup. The same way Dembele improves Barcelona's lineup. Bear in mind, Dembele has 12 league goals in the past 4 years for Barcelona. He doesn't even have 20 league goals in 7 years there. Let's not do this. So let's not act like Dembele is some savior. He's one of the biggest flops in European football. But people don't want to talk about, but he's the savior. He's the savior. People want to criticize Anthony for his first season here. People want to criticize Anthony for his first season here. But when we talk about Dembele, who went for big money at the time.
Pepe.
Yo, that's even worse. He's worse than Pepe because the hype was more. Dembele went for, was it not 120 million when he went to Barcelona?
Yeah, true.
He was big money. Man's not even got 20 league goals in 5 years, fam. But he's the savior. So, like, again, I'm not hearing this. Yo, give my team credit and my manager credit when it's deserved. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Give my team credit. Like, don't do that. Don't act like, yes, you can be honest. Yeah, and say, yeah, like, talk facts if we're going to talk about it. If you say, right, I want United to lose, cool. But don't act like we're not favorites in games we're favorites for. If we were playing Real Madrid, I hear that. We could get smacked for 5 like Liverpool did. That could happen. But fucking Roma and Union Berlin, don't do that. That's not like, come on, let's be serious. All right, let's be serious. Nobody in the chat would swap their team for theirs. But this team's so incredible. Damn. Bump up the lights. About that, actually. No one would swap their team for theirs. But these teams are so cold. These teams are so, how come you're not going to grab their players then? I ain't never seen nobody in the chat say, yo, I want to go and get such and such from Roma.
Social media hype, innit?
Yeah, social media hype. Same way when these men are looking for new managers, no one said, yeah, get Mourinho. Who wants Mourinho?
Trust.
Mourinho, if Klopp left, no Liverpool fan saying, yeah, go get me Mourinho. But he's this incredible manager. Like, come on, man. Yeah, see, Prime knew it 20 league goals in 5 years. Are you talking about Dembele? See, you already know Prime. This is the same guy that United was supposed to be scared of. You know what I'm saying? You would not, Prime. You would not swap Chelsea's team for Roma. You would not swap Chelsea's team for Roma. You would not. As bad as Chelsea are, you lot bet. You lot beat Roma over 2 legs. You lot are in the Champions League quarterfinal. Roma can't do that.
With Potter, I don't know.
They would. They would, 100%.
I don't think so.
How come Roma can't?
Potter with Mourinho, not the actual team.
I'm saying I don't rate either, but
I don't rate either. I'm just saying I'd swap Potter over.
All I say is, yo, one's in a Europa League quarterfinal and another one's in the Champions League quarterfinal. One's at Chelsea and one's at Roma for a reason. Just saying.
When you put it like that,
the facts is the facts. I'm saying I don't even rate Potter like that, but let's not act like Mourinho is Mourinho my second favorite manager of all time, people. Hear the words that are coming out. My second favorite manager of all time. But let's not act like he's not over the hill and done. But yeah. Prime, I know you're a joke, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know you was low, but with you never know because you're always onto Chelsea as it is anyway. You always onto Chelsea.
He wasn't joking.
Yeah, that you never know, but shout out.
He says he's joking when he knows he's been caught out.
Yeah. Prime joking. You know what I'm saying? He is. Yeah, I'm going to make a bold claim right now. Roma or Juventus winning the Europa League. Most likely Roma. I hope they draw each other in the next round.
Trust.
I hope they draw each other in the next round. I hope so. That being said, they should both actually get through, to be honest. Because Roma are 2-0 up against Sociedad. And Juventus are 1-0 up against Freiburg. You know. Yeah, only 1-0, so they won. Obviously, I didn't watch the game. But Freiburg in there. Well, Freiburg are 5th in the Bundesliga. So maybe they could do bits.
Didn't hear
like Roma
about Freiburg, though.
Yeah, I don't hear no one talking about Freiburg. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Funny that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I hear no one waxing lyrical about Freiburg, who are their joint 4th with Leipzig, who just held Manchester City to a 1-1 draw.
Hey, shout out Leipzig. I know that's where my man wants to go.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Timo, man. like Leipzig ain't getting past City. Yeah, mad man. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, man, like Leipzig and that. Man, like Timo and that. Big up Timo.
And to Marcelo, it's going to be funny when Jose's dinosaur football football proves people wrong. People just don't like his style of play, but that doesn't mean it's not effective. You just heard me say Mourinho's my second favorite manager of all time. I don't care about style of play. It's effectiveness. And he is very effective. And can he win you a Conference League? Yes. Can he win you a Europa League? Also, yes. Can he win a Europa League with United and Arsenal in the competition with these two managers, with those two teams? No. Absolutely not. I don't think so. And I'm going to be watching closely. You lot better hope both of them make it through. Because if not, the show next week, Thursday, is going to be interesting.
I'll be real. I think Arsenal cook Mourinho nowadays.
Absolutely.
I think Arteta cooks Mourinho. Now he's got a bit more experience. I reckon he cooks it. But to be fair, they've all said. Even he said when Mourinho was at Spurs, even he said, he goes, "Yo, Spurs say, yo, watch out for Arteta. You know, like he's gonna be mad. You know." And fair enough, he was right. Because I was laughing at Mourinho. I was like, Mourinho, this come from you, mad. Like, are you that delusional? Mad. It's Tottenham made you that feel delusional. Mad. Say no more. But hey, turns out he was right. So.
You lot, 60 likes, man.
So I believe if we get Roma, we can beat that Mourinho.
Absolutely. Be high-fiving each. You Arsenal fans will be high-fiving each other if you lot get Roma. It's Roma. Like, of course, like, that's what it is. Yo, 2 more subs. Get us up to 5,665 people. There's over 80 of you lot locked in. I know there's at least 2 people who haven't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button,
just a
people.
quick 2-second
subscribe button.
Click off the chat. Click subscribe. Click back on the chat. That quick.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well when you subscribe. Hit the likes as well. 2 more, get us up to 60. Yes, next week, Friday, is the next draw. And to Little Tims, who says, big up Flawless, you did have Casemiro on both legs. No, he didn't play the home leg. He didn't play the away leg. It was Sabitzer, Fred, and Weghorst.
He was out for the away.
I swear he was out. I could be wrong. I swear he was out. Let me double check that. I swear he didn't play. I swear he was suspended or some bullshit. Because we were talking about it. Hold on. I can easily check. Right, let's see.
Oh, no. I think that suspension came for the Arsenal game, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's why everyone got upset for that suspension. Right. Yeah, because I remember, no, I think he did, but he might have played.
He did play. He did play. It was Martinez.
He did play, yeah. No, I think that's why the suspension everyone got, because it was against Arsenal he was going to be suspended for.
That's what it was. That's where I got confused. Yeah. So my point still stands. We're missing Martinez.
The Barcelona game. It was the Arsenal game.
You know which midfielder was missing? Sabitzer. That's who was missing. Sabitzer didn't play. But hey ho, my point still stands. We are missing Sabitzer, who's our second best midfielder, and we're missing Martinez as well. So yeah, he's suspended in the league. Yeah. But my point is, we still bust their ass, regardless. You know what I'm saying, regardless.
Cam, if you knock Flawless out of the Europa, then what happens? Oh. That would be the best stream of my life that day, because Flawless will have to have his bulletproof on just for that day. I don't care about any other stream he goes on. He can go and like big up Troops and them man there. He can go and all them and go like, you know, no bulletproof. But for this stream particularly, it's all out war for this guy. I'm like, yeah, this is Anfield, this is Emirates, this is everything.
I really wouldn't.
I doubt it happened, but if it did,
if you did, I wouldn't even jump on in the bulletproof. I'd just be broken at that point. I have no heart left. Yeah, and losing to you lot over 2 legs. You know what I'm saying?
You would see Flawless come on the chat like,
yeah. I won't even like the bulletproof. I won't even like jump. I won't even put it on. We lost to you lot over 2 legs. I would not even put the bulletproof on. Nah. Straight white.
You wouldn't run the stream, no?
Nah, I'd run the stream. I just wouldn't put the bulletproof on. Just straight white t-shirt. Like, yeah. There's nothing left. Like, I can't fight.
Yeah, you do the Ian Bell. That's it. I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah. There's nothing left. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. My bad, people. I forgot Cass played. I forgot it was Sabitzer who was suspended. That's who it was. I knew there was a midfielder.
Yeah, by the way, this one's to the Spurs, man. Shout out to Prime on that comment as well. Man, like Saliba, our defender, has more goals than Richarlison, £60 million Richarlison, bro.
Yeah, but serious. That was terrible. Yeah, fun fact, Saliba scored more goals in all competitions for Arsenal this season, and Richarlison scored 2 goals. That's peak. Yeah. But yeah, I ain't trying to lose to you lot in now. It's bad enough losing to Arsenal anyway, but like when there's stakes and it's say for instance
Or
it's
higher than the Premier
yeah,
League.
say it's the Europa League semi-final, a semi-final place, or it's a final place, or it's for the trophy. Yeah. I won't even come on in the bulletproof. I won't even come on like I'll just be like just straight.
You might legit see tears on stream.
Yeah, I might cry.
I can't do this anymore.
I might cry. Yeah, I might cry.
First it was the 4-0, then it was the 7. Now it's Arsenal. I can't do this anymore.
I might cry, yo. Legit.
I thought it was. I thought we got over this Ollie shit. It seems like it's worse.
I'll cry, man. You know what I'm saying? And I would, 100%. Like I legit would. Yeah. Or even fight. Like even say it was the quarter. Say we draw you lot in the quarterfinal. Let's say, and there's a semi-final place at stake. There's stakes. Not only is there bragging rights and jokes and bants and beating Arsenal, there's something like there's actual trophy in the mix. Nah, we ain't losing to you lot. We can't. I don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely deserve that.
Why do I deserve that? Why do people say that to me?
Your team.
No, forget my team. Why do I deserve that? Why do I deserve that?
You especially deserve it.
Why do I deserve that? Why?
You should have that one trophy to run with for the next 7 years, bro. That's it, bro. That one Carabao Cup for the next 7 years, bro.
People keep saying this to me, you know. People keep saying that's all you deserve. And
that is what you deserve. We deserve something, bro.
Yes, and hey, no personals in the chat, people, or you will be blocked. You know what I'm saying? Zero personals.
Yes.
Keep it clean. Keep it football or jokes and bants. Yeah. We waxed them, you know what I'm saying? Ronaldo. Was it 09? Yeah, because we got beat in the final.
Yeah.
It was 09.
Dumb Almunia, but
yeah,
Almunia.
Ronaldo. Yeah, it was definitely Almunia attack. Oh, that counter-attacking goal we scored, though. Woo!
Still Almunia attack.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, that wasn't not the counter-attacking goal. That was our banging goal.
100% Almunia. That was Wenger tax, to be fair. That was Wenger tax. That was Wenger in Europe tax. That's what that was.
That counter-attacking goal, my God. So yeah, we played them in champs in 09 and that.
Was that the quarters or the semis?
It was the semi-final.
It was the semis, wasn't it?
It was the semi-final.
That's what pissed me off about it the most, bro.
It was the semi-final, yeah.
Because I really wanted that Arsenal Barca rematch, bro.
Yo, you'd be lucky you didn't get it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Trust me.
But the problem is that Barca team was a lot more better than the Barca team that we already previously lost.
That Barca team was cold. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
I think Messi. That was the same year Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Eto'o, and Henry was on like over 100 goals.
It's saying crazy. I don't know, fam. I forget that. After that semi-final, that's all I remember from that season. Semi-final against you and winning the league. Yeah. We won't talk about. We don't speak about it.
With Messi head man, shoe came off mid-air, bruv. Man, it came off at the ground, but still, man, popped it from like 8 foot, bruv.
It's peak, yo. You know what I'm saying? And that's peak.
Man jumped triple his height, bruv.
It's peak, yo. Oh my God. It's peak.
Big
up to... Yeah, go on, fam. Go on. I was going to get to this because Clive says, good night, my friends. How do I get a Manchester United shirt? I'm in St. Martin. Yo, big up to you. Yo, we really got people all around the world watching us. Hey, salute to you, wherever you're watching, whether it's in the UK, whether it's somewhere, whether it's actually in England, whether it's Europe, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's Africa, whether it's Asia, whether it's the Caribbean,
America, all of that.
America, South America, North America. Big up to you, lot. I need to actually check the analytics and see where people. Man, I said St. Martin, you know. I don't even know exactly where that is. That is crazy. Big up, man. Big up to you. And in terms of the shirt, just Google is your friend, my guy. If you Google it, then you'll be able to figure that out. Someone somewhere will actually deliver shirts. 100%. I'm telling you. I said St. Martin, you know. That is wild.
Look at this, man. I beg you, block Malcolm.
What's Malcolm saying? Tell us about 2006.
Don't remember.
Yeah, that's your 09. That 09 for me is 06 for you, innit? Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember that one. I don't remember. Unfortunately, I think I was asleep that day. I think I was ill. I think I was suffering a cold or something. I don't know, man. I think I might have been in hospital because I had a broken foot or something. I don't know.
It's in the Caribbean island All right, big up. See that? You
I
lot letting
hated
me know about
06, bruv.
places.
I fucking hated 06. Oh, I hate, bruv. Do you know how much venom and hate I had for Almunia?
Yeah, I could imagine if you was cursing him out. And yeah, get a fake shirt though, get a replica or something. You know what I'm saying? Don't put no more money in the
Prick
pockets
cost
of
us
them
the
clowns.
Champions League, fam.
Absolutely.
We could have had one. We could have had
Could
one.
have, man. But you know what? Coulda, shoulda, didn't. I'm glad he didn't.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't.
Did not.
Almunia.
Didn't. It didn't. Love that. Big up to Clive. Black Diamond from inheriting the West United team in Premier League history. All I wanted was progression of philosophy and a trophy and possible top 4. Reasonable thinking. Absolutely. Black Diamond. And he's literally overachieved. He's already succeeded all of my expectations. I'm only in March. And already Ten Hag has exceeded everything I expected. So now everything else is just a bonus this season. We got the trophy. We got a way of playing. We're going to finish top 4. I'm on for 2 other trophies. Let us win a treble. Let us win a treble.
No.
I'm telling you.
Now you remind me of 09 and 06. I hope you don't win another fucking trophy.
No. Yo, let us have a treble. It's not a major. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean, bruv?
What do you mean? What do I mean? Ain't no, it's not a
you
Premier
know what
champs.
I mean.
It's not a
I don't care, bruv.
You lot could win the Premier League. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to win everything now, bro.
Yeah, this guy. That's just greed, fam. That's just greed.
Yeah, I don't care, bro. I deserve it. 20 years, I deserve it, bro.
Nah, man. 20 years, that just means you're used to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way of life. It's just normal. You won your FA Cups in that time. How many FA Cups you man won? 3 or 4 in that time?
2005, 14, 15, 17, and 25.
Yeah, you got 5. That's nice, man. I'm saying. There you go. That's cool. 100%. Big up to Samir says, hi, I was born in Scotland, but I'm watching in Portugal.
5 FA Cups in 20
I think that's too much of you, but if you really ask me, but here you are. Hi, I was born in Scotland, but I'm watching in Portugal. Hey, big up to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up. Love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we really do have people watching from all over the world, man. Much appreciated. TBG says, flawless, if Liverpool finish above you and you finish 5th, is that a failure of the season? One, Liverpool's not Manchester United's bar. So I don't go, if we finish above Liverpool, it's successful. If we finish beneath Liverpool, it's not successful. No. But yes, if we finish 5th, and yes, it's still a successful season. I stated this before, I say this again. Manchester United's season has already been successful. Now it's just a question of how successful is it going to be. Currently, we've had a good season. If we win 2 trophies, it's a great season. If we win 3 trophies, it's a 10 out of 10 season. Simple as that.
And if they win 1 trophy, it's a 7 out of 10.
Ha. You know what it probably is? Yeah. It's prick. Yeah, it is. If we finish currently right now the season's a 7 and it can't go lower than a 7. The season's a 7 out of 10 for me personally. This guy's a prick, yo. I'm saying.
Hey, big up, bro. Hey,
shut up, man. Yeah. How about you shut up? How about that? That's what you need to do.
How about you hold them 7 in it?
This guy's a dick.
Them 7 tears that came down all United fans' faces that day, bro. No.
Hey, telling you.
I know United fans will shed 7 tears, lit 7 candles.
Speak. I love I'm from Jamaica, but I live in St. Martin. Hey, big up, man. Love my Jamaicans in the building. Love that, man. Any Jamaicans, any Bajans in the building, anyone from Barbados. Love. Obviously, that's where my peoples is from, so love. Marcel says, if we finish above you, man, after the postseason we've had, you, man, got to take a good look at yourselves. Yes, it just lets me know that this team is no longer, this team hasn't progressed at the rate I thought it has. Who needs to take a good look at themselves is Liverpool, because you lot have had a woeful season.
Mm-hmm.
You lot, like I said to Hassam, and I've said previously, you lot went from chasing 4 trophies to facing top 4. You lot need to take a bigger look at yourselves. You lot were number 2s. You lot were the guys. You were supposed to go and compete again for champs, Premier League, FA Cup, and League Cup. You man did none of that. Just saying. So yeah, if that does happen and we don't finish, and Liverpool do finish above us and we capitulate, then I'm like, all right, this team is not progressing at the rate I thought it had been. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. You don't need to look at Jurgen Klopp because he's failed for 2 years in a row now. But people don't want to talk about that. People are very quiet about that. I said it to Hassan, he didn't tweet me back. People very quiet about that. Main objective failed this season. Main objective last season failed. Just saying. So what? Say he doesn't win the Premier League or Champions League next season, then what? Or because it's Jurgen Klopp and we love him and he's passionate and he G's up the crowd and hugs his players, it's okay. Well, if, like I say, people don't hold man to standards. You know what I'm saying? To LFC says we aren't competing for a quadruple anymore. I guess Klopp can't overachieve every year. He didn't overachieve last year. He failed last year. You failed the main objective and he completed the two side objectives. At the start of last season, Liverpool's objective under Jurgen Klopp was win the Premier League and win the Champions League. He failed at both. FA Cup and League Cup are side missions to you. And he did that.
Compared to them.
And then this season, it was go and compete and win the Premier League and Champions Leagues. He's failed at both. The side missions, he's also. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. Will United be in a title race next season? Yes, TBG. Yes. I think we will be. Absolutely. I've stated this. Bare minimum, I expect a title race and a title challenge next season. And that's without knowing who we've signed and who everyone else has signed. But because of the progress we've made, and I believe we're a level below that, yeah, I'm expecting a title charge next season. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. And of course, man, there's always going to be excuses. So now Klopp is overachieving, but before he was the man. Yeah, man, of course. Again, myself, we will win a title before United. I'm 100% confident in that. But then say that's 5 years down the line. Is that okay? Like I said, Klopp's failed 2 years in a row. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking, but Liverpool fans, this is uncomfortable conversations.
The clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking. Klopp is on the clock.
The spicy Wenger clock is ticking.
Yo, it's ticking. He's failed 2 years in a row now. And he'll fail next season as well. Then what? But how are we going to accept it? The clock is ticking.
That was the...
Yeah, man, that was very good. We got Montano. Says, nah, this channel's underrated. This show is good. We're here every week. This show in particular, every week. Normally at midnight. That's what we do, midnight. Every Thursday. Myself and Cam every single Thursday. And to Khalid, who says, we played every single game of every competition. That's a huge accomplishment. This year we're having a blip. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's put this into perspective. And this is now where people are going to get upset at me. The start of last season, the objective for Klopp at Liverpool was to win the Premier League and or the Champions League. He failed at both. You lot can dress it up however you want. And yeah, being in a quad is all great. He failed.
Right. You know when you play FIFA, yeah?
Failed.
You know career mode.
Yeah.
And they give you after like a first season, depending on what club you start. And if you start at a lower club, then obviously it's different. But if you start at a big club, like your main club, they give you that. They give you the objective list, right? What we expect is top 4 and da. Klopp's was expected Champions League and or Premier League, and they would have said domestic cups, win both or get to the final of both at least, or win both. So his main objective would have been the Prem/Champs. He failed the main objective. He failed that, but he saved his face by winning his side quest.
Yeah, he completed the side mission. So last year, so let's put this into perspective. Last year he failed both main objectives. This year he failed both main objectives. So if he fails main objectives again next season, that's 3 years in a row he's failed all of his main objectives. But again, we're going to defend it. So when Marcel says ain't no clock ticking for Klopp, you can't dictate that flawless. He's got hella money in the bank. Hella money in the bank for you. That's cool. I'm saying I'm looking at this objectively. Forget me being a Manchester United fan. That man's job is to win Liverpool Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. So how long do you give him failing at them two objectives before you pull the plug? That's my point is, because next season will be 3 years. So say he fails next season. Is it okay for him to then fail the season after? So then it's 4 years.
Another 30 years on the cards.
So then what is it? Then it's 5 years. Then it's half a decade. How much time, how much money in the bank does he have? Do you love Klopp more than you love Liverpool? That's cool. If that's the case, I'm just asking the question. He's failed 2 years in a row now. So if he fails the third one, then what?
Got to be sacked, surely.
Nah, because Liverpool fans love him. He's got money in the bank. So he can fail 3 years in a row, and that's okay. Because I don't think they win anything next season. Premier League or champs, I should say.
They're more likely to win a Champions League than they ever are to win a Premier League. That's how I
agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. But again,
it's
no
like
one can
Chelsea.
answer me.
They're more likely to win a Premier League than they ever are to win a well, I say that, but they've won 2 in the last 10 years. Big up to them on that one, to be fair.
Yeah. See,
but
this
yeah,
is the
man,
point.
like,
Liverpool fans want to hold United to big standards. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to their own club, it's different. I hold my club to the high standard in context. I hold them to the highest standard. Like, all right, what's the maximum we can achieve? Ten Hag's actually gone over that. Because I thought the maximum we could achieve was 5th or 6th in the Carabao Cup. I thought that's as good as it gets. And he's overachieved with that. Overachieved. That's what it is. Definitely overachieved. Bear in mind, Marcel talking about Cam with Arteta. That's the reason he was Arteta out, because he didn't think that Arteta could deliver.
Like, do you know what it is with the whole Arteta thing? Like, people are like, I hate when people ask me, well, not even ask me, they say, well, you was Arteta out, and say if he is successful, you shouldn't be allowed to celebrate as hard as the rest of us, and rah and all this. And it's like, do you not understand why I was Arteta out? Like, you have to understand why I was Arteta out. You have to understand, and it's not even like I'm Arteta in for life and oh my god. It's just like, at this moment in time, I will admit, all right, cool. When I was Arteta out, I had my reasons to be Arteta out. He just wasn't doing it at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Fairs. I now know we had to give him that time, and hence why now we are where we are. But in his first full season, we did a very similar thing to what Chelsea are going through right now, and I think we had a 1 win in 9 or 1 win in 10.
Jesus.
That after like the 7th game, I was just like, nah, I can't hack it no more. That was it. That's when I was like, bun this guy, get him out of my club. And then we started picking up results, but we ended up finishing 8th. And then the next season happened, which was last season. That happened. 4th. We fucked him, bottled 4th from being like 8 point or whatever it was, 4 points, 5 points clear or whatever it was. So of course I had my reason for why I didn't want him at the club. I didn't think he was good enough. But now he's proven to me, all right, cool, I was wrong, innit? Like, I'm glad he's there now, because look at where he's got us. We're top of the league. We got a good chance of actually winning Europa League if he takes it serious, that is. Because it doesn't seem like he's taking it serious. But that's just my opinion on that one. But yeah, man, like the problem I have is, like, we're both the same fans of the same club. Why can't I be happy as well as you being happy? Like, and most of them, do not piss me off. Most of them are coming from younger fans who aren't even old enough to see us remember and lifting us our last Premier League trophy. I am.
Yeah, how are you, fam?
And you have the audacity to say, why you like this? I'm like, bruv, because I'm old enough to remember when we last lifted a fucking Premier League trophy. I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I'm now 30 years fucking old. So of course I had my reason. Bruv, I was Wenger out from 2006, my brothers. I wanted that brother gone after the Champions League final loss. And then the very next year, when we went into the final against Chelsea in the Carling Cup, today's Carabao Cup, and we still lost. That was it. No, there was no second chance for me. I wanted him. That was it. Safe. Bye. Go. But then no one was seeing it until about 2013, 2012, 2013 times, 2014 times. By then, I had already given up on my team, bro.
Yeah, because you knew what time it was, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, people are asking me, why am I not getting upset? I'm like, bruv, I'm used to it, bruv. What are you talking about, bruv? I'm not even watching it.
You don't hear no more.
You think I'm going to give my time and fucking energy to this bollocks that we're playing right now? Like, oh, Champions League, yeah, Champions League to get to the last 16. What do you fucking do, bruv? That's why, bruv, I used to be in the trenches way before all these Arsenal fans used to. I was prepared. I was digging these trenches for the Arsenal fans. I swear to God, bro, I'm the reason why these Arsenal fans were protected by these trenches, because I'm the one that fucking had to build them from 2006, bro.
I mean, it's peak. It's peak.
But yeah, man. So I kind of rambled on a little bit.
Nah, it's cool, man. Yeah, man. Comes. You know what I'm saying? Great show as always. Big up to everyone in the chat. Love to you lot. Make sure you hit the like button. Share this across all the socials, please. Subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell. Go follow the Twitch as well, because you don't get the content that it's not the same content on the Twitch that you get on the YouTube. So like Champions League watch-alongs are Champions League watch-alongs are over there. NBA watch-alongs are over there. You lot got so much to say in the chat. Fan calling shows. That'll be over there. You know what I'm saying? And all you lot, you got so much to say on here, which I love. I love going back and forth and reading the comments from 99.9% of you lot. You know what I'm saying? The 0.001% is Ryan. So make sure you get over to the fan calling show, people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure. Over to the fan calling show. Like, I'm literally going to
catch his smoke even when he's... Bruv, man, I don't think I'm ever going to hear a whole stream where this guy won't catch a...
Yeah, because he was up here talking rubbish as well, and then
we actually went the whole stream, and then right at the end, Ryan.
Yeah. Don't forget as well. Make sure you put check out the membership. The link's in the pinned comment as well for the membership as well. Check us out on audio platforms. The link for everything is underneath in the description.
By the way, we're still top of that league. Look,
anything you want to add apart from top of the league or anything like that?
Just that, innit? I'm trying to line up the badge.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah,
man. No, obviously, big up Flawless, the hardest worker man in YouTube. You already know, man. Listen, I've just got before we do close the show, innit? I've got to give Flawless the biggest flowers ever, because this guy this week, especially from Liverpool fans, this guy did not to you United fans. If it wasn't for Flawless, I generally think the United fan base would be in the complete mud right now. I generally think this. This is, and obviously I know there's others out there, content creators, and
shout out to Saeed,
that did hold themselves down. But Flawless, bro, it was for the first, from Sunday till Tuesday, it was every stream he was on. And it was he was on every single stream. It was one after the other. He didn't get a rest, and this guy was 10 toes down. And like I said, in certain streams, you would have thought it was Man United who won 7-0, bro. You would have thought it was, bruv. So, bruv, Flawless, I've got to big you up on that. You, bruv, Man United fans, you better thank this guy, bruv. I'm telling you, him in particular. He held your 50+ million worldwide global fan base down on his ones, bruv.
Yeah, 100%. It had to be done.
So, yeah, man. So big up to you, Flores. But providing that, obviously, still top of that league for now.
This guy,
we're gonna win the fucking league. You get me, guys? I'm gonna give some fucking chest now. We're gonna win the fucking league. This is fucking Emirates.
So yeah, love to everyone that has locked in. Obviously, this show is every Thursday. You get it every Thursday midnight. You'll get this show. Myself and Cam, Arsenal, Manchester United. Gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast, Man United podcast. We're back today, Man United podcast, 4:30 p.m. people, 4:30 p.m. Man United podcast. Myself and Eddie. Eddie said on the watch along, he's got so much to get off his chest. So you know that is gonna be crazy. And then 11:30 p.m. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A to end your working week. As always, there may be a couple shows in between. Obviously, we got the watch-alongs on the weekend, the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. That'll be back on Saturday. But check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch, because the non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs are on the Twitch as well. But yeah, man, just big up and love to everyone, man, who continues to support. Much appreciated. The growth has been crazy. We're going to touch 6K soon. But this has been the Gonna Talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the Man United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.